Hi, my name is Chidadiso Francisco Mbazo, aka Chichi the Poetic Queen. So basically, I'm an artist. On the art side, I'm a spoken word artist, a poet. I am a writer, professional writer. I'm a professional model. And also I'm an actress on other days. Then I'm also a feminist. I believe in women's rights especially, and I'm an advocate for that. I'm a gender activist. I am one person who just isn't a fan of gender-based violence, so I always try to raise awareness on that through my art. I'm also a disability rights advocate. I'm looking at the fact that albinism is considered a disability, so I'm into disability rights advocacy. I'm a sexual reproductive health defender. Currently, I'm with the National AIDS Council as the provincial representative for youth with disabilities in the Young People's Network on sexual reproductive health, HIV and AIDS. And basically, my work revolves around teaching young people about their SRHR rights and stuff like that. So basically, that's me and what I do. First of all, as a woman, as a feminist, we realize that we are coming from a patriarchal society. And for me, the change I want to see is us moving from that patriarchy, coming to a point where women and men have equal rights. Of course, we realize that we are all biologically different, and of course, there's some things that women can do that men can't do, and vice versa. But then, in the things that we can do as both genders, I would really want to see equality in that, be it in the workplace, be it in the home, or if we come to relationships, both of us contributing 50-50 financially and stuff like that. Also, disability rights advocacy, because we realize that people with disabilities are part of, the key populations. We realize that they've been shunned by society, they've been discriminated against, stigmatized and stuff like that. So it's just me advocating for their rights and making sure that their voice is heard, and people realizing that people with disabilities actually have potential. Also, as a sexual reproductive health rights defender, I realize that we have a lot of escalating HIV cases. We have a lot of teen pregnancies, STIs, you name it. So through my work, I just hope to have a society that at least if you're HIV positive, then you're on art. If you're not, then we try to, as much as possible, to prevent the spread of HIV, to prevent the spread of STIs, and also to prevent teen pregnancies and other SRHR related issues. Gender activist, I would really love to see a society whereby we don't have gender-based violence, because of course it was always dominant on the women's side. They're always the ones who are, say, victimized, but then also realize that we do have men who are abused by their female partners. So in my work, change I want to see, I want a society whereby we have very few, if no, cases of gender-based violence. From the Nanomedia Project, first of all, I have done a lot of podcasts with a number of institutions, and I always thought that, okay, to record a podcast, I would need, all those cameras and all that fancy equipment, when actually I didn't need all that. So when I came to Nanomedia, that was my whole view, and I hope to have my own podcast one day. But then I always thought, okay, for me to have a podcast, I need to have all this equipment, I'll have to hire people and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I'll just put it on my goals and I'll do it later. But then I discovered that I can actually record a podcast and post it on Anchor using my phone, and I think those are one of the greatest things I've learned from the campaign. Also, as an artist, I'm literally a person who normally has a lot of stuff that I should be doing, and I need to advertise that through maybe posters. So I've came to situations whereby I pay graphic designers $10 for them to design a poster for me. But then through the Nanomedia campaign, we learned about that app Canva, and I can literally now design my own posters and stuff and save money while I'm at it. As a writer, I've been doing a lot of writing for media houses, and I haven't been doing any writing for me as a person and for personal, I guess, growth. So through the campaign, I actually discovered the app Medium. It's for blogging and stuff like that. And I actually started my own blog, and I'm actually doing that, and it's working pretty well. So it was something I was always putting off, but through the training, I actually managed to kickstart it from the ground, and well, we're headed for great things, I guess. Also from the campaign, I just rekindled that spirit of mine of having to work with people, educating people, because we had to have WhatsApp groups whereby would be teaching people a certain skill. For me, I was doing entrepreneurship, and that was something I had last done 2 years ago. So just bringing back that me and actually engaging with the crowd and being able to answer their questions and help them, and knowing that I made an impact in their lives somehow was actually a great help to me. I can design stuff now. I can make my own podcast now and stuff like that. Definitely a podcast by me is what next. Definitely me continuing to use social media in all my campaigns, be it gender-based violence, SR, HR, and everything else, just to raise more awareness and just giving back to my community and making sure that I go back to my community and educate them and advocate for such issues, so that one day we'll surely get to a point where we see change, because, well, change isn't overnight, but it's definitely over time. So I hope to continue with whatever I've been doing, with an addition of these skills that I've gotten from the Nanomedia campaign. In other ways, I can now engage with an online audience, designing my own posters, having my own podcast addressing such issues, and in the future we'll hope to see